Traction control completely off. And go. Woo! That doesn't... Hey everybody, Brooks with Drag Times here. Welcome back to the channel. One of the most common comments I get on a lot of the Tesla videos is it's poor fit and finish, it's poor quality, it's terrible interior, the list goes on. You know, everyone knows how fast the car is. They like to find things to knock about it. I've never been kind of upset about, you know, what the kind of quality you get from this car being, you know, about $130,000. When I'm driving this car, I'm never sitting in there thinking, wow, this is just like the worst interior I've ever been in. You know, things aren't working, things are breaking, etc. But today, I'm gonna compare it against, well, yes, the Rolls Royce Wraith arguably might have the best interior fit and finish of any car. I mean, it's a Rolls Royce, it's over $400,000. It's got a V12 twin turbo engine making 600 horsepower, not slow by any means. Of course, yes, I will draggy test it, so save that for part of the later part of the video. Now, honestly, I don't know much about the car, but if this is the best fit and finish you can buy, let's check out the inside. I mean, definitely outside. It is a very sleek, I mean, the paint looks amazing, but like if I look at this paint and the Tesla paint, I'm not sitting there being like, oh man, you know, what's going on with the Tesla? The paint stinks or something. Getting into the car, it's different, right? The doors open outwards. It's kind of like suicide doors. Now the interior, no doubt, this is really, really nice, but do you actually need it? This is the, I believe it's called the Inspired by Fashion package. It's got some purple accents, some purple in here. This is about $50,000 on top of the base model Rolls Royce Wraith to have this interior kind of purple package we got here. So sitting down inside, yeah, very, very nice, no doubt. It's got a nice kind of painted in pieces here. This is a nice finish, very nice seats. You know, sitting down, not feeling like, it feels like you're sitting in a couch, no doubt. It's definitely a cushier, softer kind of seating than in the Tesla. Now, if you start it up, we got start and stop right here. First thing I notice is, you know, for $400,000, this is a BMW iDrive system that I had in my M4, like, geez, it might be like 8 years ago or something like that. So luxury, yes, inside, technology inside, pretty dated. I mean, you got a nice kind of high-end analog cluster here, which actually, yeah, definitely analog, or could be some digital parts in there too, really hard to tell. But this, you know, come on, I mean, for $400,000, you figure they could come up with some nicer kind of UI and graphical stuff. I'm not going to get into this, but if you guys have seen a BMW, this is your BMW system right here. Now the door, as you can see, is way, way out there, and you can't even reach it to close it because of the design. There is a button that you press, which I thought was this button right here. I can't even reach the door. There's a button here somewhere, right? You press this. Oh shit, nope. That's that. Which is that, this is actually for the, this is a umbrella that pops out in case you, you know, you didn't want to get wet getting into the car. But this is a little defective, honestly. Like you press in and it's not popping out. Anyways, there you go. So Rolls Royce quality. There's a button up here which you hold down and that shuts the door for you. And there you go. We are inside the car, nice and quiet, no doubt. AC controls are kind of a little weird. You push in and out here to adjust the airflow, but very nice. It's got this purple kind of stitching, which is part of that package. It's got heated and cooled seats. Now, one of the big things is this Starliner roof, which is something a lot of the Rolls Royce people love to have. It's about $8,000. You can control how bright it is right here. Of course, we're in the middle of daylight, so it might be hard to see, but this is actually really, really cool. Like at night, it definitely adds a really cool ambiance when driving the car. And I believe on top of the $8,000 Starliner roof, you can get the Shooting Star package, and that allows you to have kind of fiber optic shooting star LEDs as you're driving. This, of course, now I talked about this before, it has a V12 twin turbo, 600 horsepower, an 8-speed automatic transmission. And I read up a little about it. It says it has GPS enabled transmission, which it looks ahead of you and makes some adjustments to the transmission based on what roads are coming up ahead of you. I don't know why you would possibly need that. Maybe if you're driving up a mountain and it downshifted automatically ahead of time. Okay, got it. That's kind of cool, but I doubt you would ever notice that, and I doubt that's really necessary. Now, one other cool thing you get with the Rolls Royce is the hood emblem is this thing called the Spirit of Ecstasy, which is right here. Now, I guess these were getting stolen a lot, so what you could do is you can set it up in the iDrive, so when you close the door, that is one very, very heavy door, and you lock it, this drops down and disappears into the hood. I've actually seen some other options where if you grab it, it drops down to the hood as well. And of course, when you go to open the car up, press the button here, that raises back up. Yeah, Tesla doesn't have anything like that. Another feature you get with the Rolls, these center caps with the Rolls Royce are always in the proper position. As the wheels turn, these are sitting in some kind of gyro thing or something like that, and are always completely the right side up. Tesla, well, these are my signature wheels, but you can see we have no such features on the Tesla. So is the Rolls Royce Wraith the ultimate daily driver compared to a Tesla? Let's hop in, take our first ride, and get those performance numbers, see what the Wraith is all about. So we start, it's got this nice cover here too, kind of opens up if you didn't want to see the technology or the 8-year-old technology. We'll hold the button down here, close the door. This honestly would have been nice if you just hopped in and put your foot on the brake, the door closed. Tesla does have that on the Model X, but here it's kind of a hassle. You kind of hold this down for a good 4 seconds while you wait for the door to close. All right, so first impressions, driving, I went over a little speed bump, and you can't even feel the speed bump in this car. It's got some kind of magnetic ride adaptive air suspension thing, and it feels like you're driving a pretty big couch. I'm not gonna lie, it is really, really smooth. I don't think I've driven a car that rides this smooth ever. I mean, it is a huge car, and don't get me wrong. I mean, you're driving this thing around. I mean, I almost feel like I'm in my F-350 with how much hood is in front of me here, especially when trying to park it. But let me get on it here. Oh, right. Not bad. I mean, this car moves. What do you guys think? 0 to 60, quarter-mile time in the Rolls Royce Wraith. You know I'm going to test it in a few minutes. We'll see what it does. Drop in the comments how fast you think this car is. It's got some torque there. The V12 definitely performing here. You know, comfort-wise, wow. I mean, this is a very, very comfortable car. Would I want to daily drive it all the time? I don't know. I think I still like the technology in the Tesla. This feels antiquated with the 8-year-old iDrive system. It's definitely geared towards an older audience. I don't think I'm quite there yet to be driving this kind of car, but it definitely is a special car. But it's also $400,000, and the turning is, I mean, it definitely dips around a little bit. And it's supposed to have adaptive suspension to predict what you're going to do. Transmission's a little laggy. Like, I get on it and like 2 seconds later it decides to downshift and go. But I get it. That's not what this car's about. On the highway, cruising it, 85 miles an hour, it is super quiet in here. This thing is probably very well insulated. I mean, you really can't hear anything. It's very, very impressive. No wind noise, just nothing. Very, very smooth ride. I do miss having autopilot. Typically, if I'm on the highway, I'm running autopilot in the Tesla. I don't believe this has any driver assistance systems, although someday, maybe since this is basically a 7 Series BMW, some of the BMW stuff will come over to Rolls Royce. But you figure being their top of the line, you would start to include some of that stuff. A lot of comments on my Instagram were like, you don't drive the Rolls Royce, you be driven in it. Well, that's fine. I mean, the back seats are actually pretty cool back there. Here we go, draggy test of the Rolls Royce Wraith. Power brake Oh, spun and bogged. Here we go. Pulls pretty good. All right, so power braking is a bad idea. It kind of spun and just bogged and then didn't go anywhere. All right, this time we're gonna try it just stomping on it, no power braking. Go. Oh, still spun. All right, I've turned on the traction control profile. We'll see if we can get a little better launch this time. They're at 65.8. All right, we're gonna try again. Now we have traction control completely off. And go. Woo! That does a full burnout. That's too much, okay. Go. There we go, that's better. All right, so the Wraith requires a little finessing to get this thing to come off the line. I pedaled it, 0 to 60 is 5.3 seconds. I think Rolls Royce says it does 4.4. Wow, that is way off. Quarter mile comes in it. Here we go. And come off. Get on it, there we go. All right.
60.
There we go. 12.9 in the quarter mile. I'm gonna jump in the Tesla now. Now into the Tesla. Yeah, I mean the door definitely is not heavy. This is a 4-door. That door is probably twice the size of this one. But I don't know, looking around, I'm not minding the interior fit and finish of my Tesla. It's been rock solid so far. I don't sit in this car and find myself not comfortable or, you know, lacking any interior comfort or features. This has heated and cooled seats. It's got great navigation. It's got great performance. It's got carbon fiber. It's got leather. It's got power everything. I do not have the Starlight roof. I got the kind of clear roof. As for the performance of the Rolls Royce Wraith, I tried a bunch of times. It likes to, if you gun it, it likes to chirp the tires, spin, drop off, and then kills the time. Best time I got was with traction completely off. The first time I hammered it, did a complete burnout, started going sideways down the street. Crazy, I didn't think it would do that. And then I ended up having to pedal it with traction off, and I was able to get 0 to 60 with the 1-foot rollout in 4.7 seconds or 4.67, and I believe Rolls Royce says it does it in 4.4. That could just be the age of the tires or street conditions and so forth, but pretty much got what Rolls Royce says. Quarter mile came in at 12.99 at almost 114 miles an hour. So at the top end, the Rolls Royce really starts to pull. Not bad. That actually matches the top end pulling power of my Tesla Model Y. Of course, the Model Y's got all-wheel drive, gets off the line much better. Model Y runs the quarter mile in somewhere in the mid to high 11s. Let me know what you think in the comments. Rolls Royce versus Tesla as a daily driver. As always, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit the thumbs up. Helps the video and the channel. And we'll keep some races coming. Check back soon.